Hello, everybody. Welcome to the monthly horror haul. We have so many fun things to look at. We got some stuff from Amazon, Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome. We got some of the Kino Lorber family video sale. We got some eBay pickups and some Valancourt books, some awesome stuff to look at. And if you guys need something to add to your own haul, then I have 7 books down below in the description that you could buy right now on Amazon or Kindle. I've only got 5 books in my hand because 2 of them are up for pre-order. I have 2 new books. The first 2 books in the 100 Days Till Halloween series, the new slasher series that I've written, and I've written 5 books so far. There will at least be 5 books, potentially more if it does well. So if you guys want to check out my new slasher series, 100 Days Till Halloween, there's a link in the description that'll take you to where you can pre-order them on Amazon and Kindle. But if you guys want something you could read right now, you could buy these 5 books on Kindle, read them instantly, or get the paperbacks, and then you'll get them in about 2 days from Amazon. But anyways, let's see. Let's start with over here with the Amazon pickups. I recently got a bunch of stuff from Amazon because I got an Amazon card, and so now it's like sweet. You pay like $25 a month instead of paying like $150 like up front. So that's really cool. So starting with Double Indemnity, I just watched this for the first time. This is instantly a top 5, 10 or 5 favorite non-horror movie. Like, it was just really great. I'm not gonna say a single word about it. Just pick this one up, guys. It has my highest recommend. Next, from the same writer director, Billy Wilder, we have Sunset Boulevard. This is a really great movie, guys. This is what inspired Mulholland Drive and Sunset Boulevard. I don't want to say too much about it, but basically, if you like silent film, you'll like this. It's about a silent film actress who wants to make a comeback. And next, speaking of silent film, we got Faust. This is one that I've heard is really, well, I always heard was really great, except from one person. Mark Pellegrini told me the middle's kind of boring, but it was not boring at all whatsoever. Like, not a minute of this movie was boring. I absolutely loved this, and it's just a fantastic movie. One of my favorite silents, and just excellent all around. Every part of it's great, especially the trippy backgrounds and the German expressionism. Just absolutely loved it. And speaking of silent films, we got my favorite silent film, The Phantom of the Opera. I picked this one up mostly because I only have this one on a VHS copy. Like, I have the public domain DVD set of like 50 different horror movies, and this is on there. But that set is just VHS rips of the movie on a DVD. So it's like I only watched it on VHS. So it's like I really needed an upgrade. So I picked this one up, and this one has like 3 different versions of the movie. It has like 2 sound versions of it that are like projected at different speeds, and then it also has the of course the silent version of it. And I just absolutely love this silent movie. I haven't watched the sound versions. I don't think I'm going to. Just a long story. I don't think I'm going to watch the sound versions of them, but I'm going to definitely rewatch this movie, and just on beautiful Blu-ray instead of the VHS copy. Next, we got Hitchcock's Lifeboat. This is a Hitchcock movie that I don't hear many people talk about, but I really dug this movie. It was really good. Next, we got Transylvania 65000. I don't know what this is about, really. I think Cinemassacre is the one that recommended this one, and I think that's why I put it in my Amazon cart like a while back. And I really don't know anything about it, but I picked it up, so we'll see. Next, we got John Carpenter's Someone's Watching Me. I don't know anything about this except that it's John Carpenter, so that's why I decided to pick it up. Next, we got Casino. This is one a lot of people have recommended to me over the years, and I missed out on it maybe a month ago when it was like $14.99 on Amazon, and then it went up to like $20, and I was like, I could have just paid $14.99. I don't want to pay $20, so I just kept my eye on it till it went down, and it went down to $15, so picked it up. Next, we got Poltergeist 2 and 3. I have 3 from the Scream Factory release. 2, I did have their Scream Factory, but I gave it to my friend Andrew because, well, long story short, he got rid of his copy, couldn't get it back, needed one, so I sent it to him. So now I have 2 and 3. Oh, and it's out of print now, the Scream Factory version of 2, but there is this double feature. I haven't watched these ones yet, but soon. Next, we got Nosferatu the Vampire with a Y. This is, I don't know too much about this, but I think this is like, a fictional making of the silent movie if F.W. Murnau had hired a real vampire to play Nosferatu, I think, is what this movie is about. At least I think that's what I heard. I don't know. I try to avoid reading like the back matter on most of these, and I just try to go in blind. But I think that's what this movie's about, and it's one that's really high up there on the to watch list. And finally, from Amazon, we got Slaughter High. I think this is out of print now. Honestly, I don't even know what this movie's about, but it looks cool, doesn't it? And it was like $15. I mean, I compared it to the eBay prices, and it was like $30 on eBay. So I was like, you know what? I'll pick this up because I mean, if I don't like it, I could always get my money back for it. But anyways, Slaughter High. Let me know how this one is, guys, because I've never heard anybody talk about this movie. Next, we got our Scream Factory pickups here, which I mostly picked these up for this movie right here, the horror show, because it's going out of print, and so I got it for $13 instead of, you know, maybe in a month or so paying $50 for it with the flipper prices. So it was $14, so that's why I picked it up. But then I wanted free shipping, so I was like, you know what, let's, you know, pick up some more movies. So I decided to get Body Bags because it's John Carpenter, and I haven't seen this one yet, and it was on sale. I think it was also like $14. Then I got Bad Moon, I recommend from my friend Andrew, which this movie was okay. Nothing mind-blowing or anything. I loved all the parts with the werewolf, but other than that, the characters were just a little annoying. But I mean, it was a solid watch. Then I picked up The Editor, which I don't know anything about it, but it's an homage to Giallo films. And I actually did hear from a couple people after I bought this, because I never heard anyone talk about it. Then I bought it. Then I heard from a few people, like Full Custom Hot Dog, that it was solid. So picked up that, and then let's see, we'll go ahead and look at the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So starting off with Silent Madness in 3D. I wanted to get this one back during their Black Friday sale, even though this was released on that day, so it wasn't even 50% off, and it was just a normal price. I wanted to get it during that sale, but I'd already spent a little too much money with what I picked up from them, so I was like, you know what, I'll hold off for a little bit, and I finally got it. So Silent Madness, I mean, I've heard one person say it's good, and I've heard most people say it was, like, bad, so we'll see. But, I mean, it looks cool, and it comes with 3D glasses. You could sort of see them in there through the bottom. Then I picked up Cthulhu Mansion. I don't know anything about this, but when I was looking at the Vinegar Syndrome website, I was like, you know what? I love Cthulhu. I love Lovecraftian stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up, and you know, Vinegar Syndrome stuff goes out of print fairly quickly, especially their slipcovers are really sought after. So I was like, you know what? If I buy this and you know, it sucks, I mean, eventually I could just sell it and get my money back. Then we got Blood Theater. This is one that I did read the description for, and to be honest, it was mostly because I was lukewarm on the cover art, and when I basically buy these things if the art's good and the title sounds cool, and I was like, well, it looks okay, let's see what it's about. And so I read it, and it says, let's see, an old movie house in which a massacre occurred decades earlier finally reopens, only to be once again targeted by a bloodthirsty maniac. Sounds fantastic. I stopped reading right there, because it reminds me sort of like Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Paradise. Let me know anything that are similar to those two movies, Phantom of the Opera, Phantom of the Paradise. Anything that involves like an opera house or a theater or anything being haunted, just let me know. It also comes with another movie on here, The Visitants, which I think is some sort of like sci-fi movie from the same director. But Blood Theater's up there for what I want to watch soon. Also from the same director, and a recommend from Andrew is Hobgoblins. But I don't know if Andrew trolled me or not with this recommend, because after I picked it up, everybody was like, dude, that's one of the worst movies in history. So I don't know. Then I also got the Amityville Collection box set. I didn't get it directly from Vinegar Syndrome. I missed out on the Black Friday sale, so I had to pay full price. I mean, I got it from Grindhouse DVD. But yeah, I really love this packaging here. It's just great. It's really great. These are also up there for some of the next movies I want to watch. I like Amityville 1. I especially love Amityville 2. Haven't seen Amityville 3D yet, but after I do, I'm going to dig into this set right here. And then we'll look at this. We got this pickup from eBay, Slumber Party Massacre 2 and 3. This is a bootleg. because I did not want to pay $150 for this thing. That was the only other way to get it, but I really loved both of these. I might even like both of them more than the original. I for sure loved 2 more than the original. I'm going back and forth with 1 and 3. All 3 movies, though, are really excellent. I love all 3 of them, but 2 is definitely the best. One of the absolute best slasher movies, or even just horror movies in general, that I've ever watched is Slumber Party Massacre 2. I could not recommend that movie enough. Now, you guys could get these on DVD. There is a DVD double feature of these that's only like 30, 40 bucks. But those are cut and they're missing some scenes. These 2 come with those cut versions, but they also come with the extended editions. So I think the cut versions are they're each like 70 something minutes. The uncut ones are each like, let's see, it's like 85 and I think 87 minutes. So you get an extra like 10 or 12 minutes to each of these if you get the Scream Factory Blu-ray, or if you got to go with the bootleg of the Blu-ray. You'll get some extra footage with a lot more gore and just some cool scenes. It's just really good stuff. So I could not recommend Slumber Party Massacre 2 like higher. Like out of every movie that I've watched in this haul so far, it's the absolute best one. Like I just can't get over this movie. I just can't. It's so fantastic. Then a really small haul from the Family Video Kino Lorber sale. Just because I was looking at Kino Lorber, and actually a few of the ones I got here from Amazon were Kino Lorber, like Lifeboat and Transylvania 65000, and maybe another one was too. I'm not sure, but I know a couple of those were. And I've been getting into Kino Lorber, and I looked at their website just a few days before this sale, and I was like, oh, this movie looks cool, this movie looks cool, this movie looks cool. And then when Family Video had their sale, I was like, well, they have 2 of the movies, but not the 10 other ones. They only had a small selection of Kino Lorber movies, but I got Lost Highway, David Lynch film. I've been going through the David Lynch films. This is my 5th one I've watched so far, and there's quite a few more I still need to get, and also need to get Twin Peaks, which I watched seasons 1 and 2 of Twin Peaks back in college, but I need to get, I don't own them, I need to get those, I need to get season 3, I need to get the movie, and there's a few other movies of his I need, but been going through these, and I really like this movie, but it's probably my least favorite out of the 5 I watched. It's still a 10 out of 10, all 5 of them were, but it just wasn't as good as the other ones, I guess. And then also got Nosferatu, which same deal as Phantom of the Opera. I just have this on that bootleg DVD, so I've only seen this on VHS instead of Blu-ray. So I look forward to watching this in actual good quality. And then that's it for movies. We've got a few books here. This one's an eBay pickup, The Survivor, which just cool art. So that's why I was like, I'll get this, and it was like $2. So I was like, yeah, I'll get that for $2. Next, we got Animal Farm. This is what I'm reading right now, which you guys have all been recommending me a lot of classics after I read 1984. I was blanking on the name. I was like, what was that again? But no, after I read 1984, or even before it, when I was like, yeah, that's the next book I'm going to read, everybody was like, okay, you need to read this, this, and this. And Animal Farm was probably the most recommended one. Like this, and then Brave New World were recommended to me the most. I've been going through and reading some classics this month, and Animal Farm is what I'm reading right now. I'm like, let's see, where am I? I'm on page 37 right now, on chapter 4, and it's really short. I love short books, love short reads. So I'm reading this right now. I think next after this, I'm reading 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And then maybe I'll pick up Brave New World, but I have like so many horror books I want to get to. Like I'm reading a few classics right now, then I want to jump back into the horror books, because mostly I read horror, but I needed to catch up on the classics. Long story why I haven't read a lot of them, but I sort of touch on that in my 1984 video. Go check that out. Then we got books 3 and 4, and I don't know which one's 3, which one's 4, because there's no numbers on them, but it's okay because it's just a loosely connected series. From Valancourt Books, got books 3 and 4 of Monster She Wrote. For those that don't know, Monster She Wrote is a book that came out from Quirk Books, like Paperbacks from Hell, and instead of talking about vintage horror books, it talks about female horror authors throughout the last 300 years or something. And Valancourt Books has been reprinting a lot of the books mentioned in there, which have all been short story collections. So I don't know if they plan to put out any novels in this line, but they've been putting out these different short story collections. And I read one of them called Nightmare Flower by Elizabeth Angstrom. fantastic book, by the way. All her books I've read so far have been fantastic. And so I, excuse me, I've been picking up this series, and this one's Dead Hours of Night by Lisa Tuttle, who also has a short story collection released with the Paperbacks from Hell line. And this is The Bishop of Hell by Marjorie Bowen, who I've never heard of this book, but I was happy to pick it up because Valancourt Books does a great job reprinting out of print horror books, and giving these books a new audience. These books that have been out of print for a while, that are sort of obscure and not a lot of people have heard about or read. They do a great job of bringing them back, getting them in front of people, and I've found a lot of books that I've liked because of Valancourt Books. So I pick up practically everything they put out now. So anyways, guys, that was my haul. Let me know what you thought of this. Let me know which movies in this you like. And also, guys, like I said, don't forget about my books on Amazon down below in the description. I have these 5, and I have 2 up for pre-order right now. Have a great day, guys. Peace.